Hey, retouch on. Oh, good. Well, we've just started live. We're going to give it some time, let everybody get in here tonight. So be patient with us if you're early. We want to give all the other wonderful people, I don't know what this is, to come in. So if you're watching us on the replay, stick around for a little bit. But while you're sticking around, why don't you go ahead and make sure you give us a thumbs up and a shout out and all that good stuff. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that already. That's something very important to all of us wannabe superstars in the world. Oh man, it's cold. It's cold outside. It's so cold and frightful. Come on, Daisy. My dog Daisy's not feeling well today. Let me get some things going here while we wait for everybody to come in and join us on this beautiful Friday night. 2 thumbs up. Thank you for that. We appreciate that. We appreciate you being here. United States of America 1470 says, hello, how have you been? We haven't seen you in a few days. How are you? America and the Philippines. That's right. Whoops. Oh. How are you doing in your part of the world? Maybe here. Glory to Ukraine. Hello to you. Thank you for being here, KZ. Appreciate you. 1417's doing says done good. They're doing good. It is chilly here. Not super cold, but chilly. Chilly, chilly, chilly. So, bro, says KZ, how are you? How are things in your part of the world? What's on y'all's mind? What have you been going through? Anything exciting you want to tell about? Anything exciting you want to share about? You know, I'm doing all right. A little tired. We got 9 people in the house watching. You guys come forward and chit chat with us. Parker says hello. What was Parker trying to say? Oh. Yeah, well, all right. So I'm doing all right. You know, a little tired today. Ronaldo says hello. So Parker was trying to say, I love you, Daddy, but he got smacked for that, which you can call me Sir Daddy if you want. Lubies, hello, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, but go easy until they actually say something bad. Don't throw them in prison, you know, super easy. Because the more times they drop chats and say things that are not bad, it helps YouTube like us. So it's okay to be a little gentle with them in the beginning. So and then if they go off the rails, racist stuff, we don't like the racist stuff. But if they just want to poke fun at me, as long as it's not vulgar, I don't care. So I'm doing good, you know. It's cold here. Winter is setting in. It's miserable. I know. Yeah, a little tired today, so I started my live stream a little early because I thought I got to pick my wife up from work tonight and all that good stuff. So, Christopher Anderson, I'm doing good. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Everybody say hello to everybody, by the way. It's perfectly fine to give a shout out. If you have a channel, let me know. that you have one, but go ahead and say hello to everybody and say hello. 14 people watching, 3 thumbs up, so make sure you subscribe to our channel. You give us a thumbs up. Dog sitting this weekend just opened up the peanut butter. We used the peanut butter trick once or twice on our dogs to get them to take medicine, but my dogs are really smart, so they don't fall for the drugs and the cheese or the peanut butter trick very often. So we've kind of got to resort to doing a bunch of different things, or they won't take their medicine. So, but dogs like peanut butter. 1476 says hello, and I have a YouTube channel, so please come and see it me. Yeah, Nick, I gotta admit, I hate it. I hate the sun going down so damn early. It makes me tired, it makes me miserable, it makes me bored, it prevents me from doing all the things I want to do. I truly hate it. I gotta agree with you. Anderson's asking, do you live in the Philippines? No, we've lived in the Philippines, but we currently live in the United States. My wife is from the Philippines, and we have land and stuff in the Philippines, but we're currently in the United States. So, are you familiar with the Philippines yourself, Christian? Krishner, are you familiar with that, with the Philippines? But yeah, we've lived there. We were there when Super Typhoon Odette hit, and man, that was a chore and a half getting through Typhoon Odette. But we know we live here in the States. But I really hate this. I hate winters. I hate winters. So Anderson says, we're familiar with the Philippines, but never been there. Do you think you would like to go there someday? Is it on like your bucket list? There's our good friend, Antoinette at Fun. She has, and I'm going to turn you blue. I'm sorry, I didn't realize you weren't blue yet. So you're blue now. If you want to drop the link to your YouTube channel, she has a great cruising YouTube channel. So you guys please go subscribe and take care of her. And I know that if you have a channel like mine, she'll come back and give you support back. But she has a great, come on Daisy, you okay? Come on. My dog who has heart failure is having a bad day today for some reason. I can't figure out why. Nothing's changed today. So Anderson, we can talk about the Philippines, help you out with anything you like to. Going to bed now, good night and Merry Christmas. All right, well, good night and Merry Christmas to you. Enjoy your slumber. So give me 1 second, everybody. I want to pick my dog up off the floor and get her on the couch. Hang on. Something's not right with her. Okay, Popo? All right. Get my dog situated. You sub to Antoinette's channel. That's great. She has a great cruising channel on YouTube, so that's good. Thank you. It's good to see you all again. We appreciate you. Thank you all for the thumbs up as you came in. Okay, you okay? Let me check my dog's heart rate. So yeah, Daisy is in heart failure, and sometimes she, just as extreme like you would expect somebody in heart failure to be. Because I have heart failure, some kind of experience with it. And we know that our poor dog Daisy's not going to live forever, but we're doing everything we can to keep her calm and keep her alive and kicking. Antoinette is dropping the link to her channel. Thank you for doing that. Do you have anything new coming up? Do you have anything exciting on your channel and what's your next cruise or anything that you want to tell us about? Dominic, Sean, my man. I don't know who Sean is, but okay. If Sean's your man, I think that's great. I don't know who he is, but that's all right. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for the thumbs up. We got 10 people watching. All of you kind and wonderful people, make sure you subscribe to each other, say hello to each other. Dominic Combs, Combs in it. I don't know what that is either. I'm sorry. HTN is in the house saying hello to everybody. Thank you for being here. He's one of our members and one of our moderators there. So, yeah, things are going pretty good today. I drove Lorelei to work today, so I have the car. My friend has my truck. And I didn't know if I was going to go. I thought about going somewhere, running around tonight. There's a bunch of Christmas parades. But it's getting too damn cold, and my knees are achy and sore because I'm old. The arthritis is flaring up because of us old people. So I decided, I just won't go anywhere. I'll stay home. But that means I got to go pick my wife up in the middle of the night and bring her home. So I don't know how smart that was of me. Versus getting to go to bed and sleep when normal people sleep. HTN, how are things in your part of the world? Has the rain passed on through? I hope the rains have gone all the way through. So, fun. Yeah, not really. I haven't done a whole lot today. I've been trying to get a little bit of laundry done. We got to go to Walmart tomorrow and get a lot of shopping in. And then Sunday we may go to Branson, Missouri. I don't know yet though. Agents, everything is going good, great. So we did a live stream earlier today. That was great. I was on the Double Roses live stream earlier. They're a really good channel. I think, well, I know they're a set of twins and they have a really good channel. Big following, 24,000. So I was on their live stream for a little bit ago, and it was always good to be on theirs. They come on ours, so I try to go on people's live streams. So I was doing some of that today. This is what part I was doing. Lincoln says hello to everybody. Everybody say hello to Lincoln. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up and subscribing to the channel if you haven't done that yet. I do have some corporate review stuff to do. I get companies that reach out to me that say, hey, we have a dog. Or I don't know, dog's probably not a good example. We have a bottle of water that we'd like for you to review. So I was working on some of that today. But other than that, we haven't done a whole lot. But we need to go to the grocery store and buy some groceries because I think we're running a little low. And we try to make homemade dog food for our dogs. And apparently a bag of rice we have in the pantry that has been there for a while. My wife doesn't like it being from the Philippines. It's sticky rice. And our dogs hate the sticky rice. They won't eat it. So they got to have the good quality rice to go into their dog food. So I've been making a grocery list today about getting, HN says, hopefully Monday I'll have my truck all done so I can make it to the party. Excellent. We are having a big Christmas party Saturday the 14th. I think it starts about 5 o'clock. So is when we're having that. Henry is going to try to make it up, and some other subscribers are going to make it up for the party. Lincoln says you just subscribed. Thank you for that. Do you have a channel or anything, or you just like to enjoy and watch? What part of Lincoln, if I can ask, what part of the world are you from? Are you in the United States or a different country? We get a lot of visitors from Germany, Italy, France, the Philippines, of course, Thailand, South America. So I'm always in Canada. So I always like to know where people are from, because then we can have something to talk about in their part of the country too. So, but we're excited about the party on the 14th. I'm ready for it to be over with. I'm ready to settle into winter, and just, lock the doors and turn down the lights and turn the heater on 90 and hibernate. So, everywhere. Yes, I do. Great. So, Lincoln is saying he has a YouTube channel. So, can you tell me in a sentence or two what your YouTube channel is about? I will go later and try to check your YouTube channel out. I can't do it right now, but I'll try to go later and check it out for you. So, but if you can tell us just briefly what it's about, it's like Nanette's is about cruising, and they have a great channel. So if you haven't subscribed to her channel, I encourage you to do that. We have a lot of good supporters that have YouTube channels, and we all try to help each other and grow with each other. I'm getting close to my milestone. I'm only about 96,500, 600 away from my goal of 100,000. So I'm only like 96,000 and change away from getting the button, getting the YouTube button to hang on my wall. All right, so you're a gamer, you play Fortnite. I got a good friend, Viking, the Viking of Norway. He plays Fortnite, that's his thing. And he's over in Thailand currently, so I don't know how much he's playing right now. But nice, going to be adding some cooking channels or cooking videos. That's great. I just put one on my channel about crispy pata, which is, and I know it's probably pronounced like pata or whatever, but I call it crispy pata because it's P-A-T-A. It's a Filipino pork dish that I cooked for my wife and her friends for Thanksgiving. So I just released a video about how to make that. And I got another one coming out that's going to help everybody with their Christmas dinner, how to quick and easy make a holiday dinner. Quick and easy, quick and easy. So that's coming out really soon. Yeah, nah. Antoinette, no, it's really not delicious. But they love it. It's a Filipino thing, but I've eaten it and went. So the reason for KFC, I was USA. Hooded Hater has the X and Xmas. He's amazing. Yes, I am amazing. Thank you for acknowledging that. I appreciate that. So, but yeah, I mean, crispy pata is not bad. It's an acquired taste. It's basically a pork leg, pressure cooked, drained, dried, and deep fried. And so it turns into a really crunchy, chewy thing. But they love it. So I make it for them, MLJ, length of armpit hair in inches, please. That's stupid, MLAJ, if that's the best you can come up with. I feel really, really bad for you. That's really kind of stupid. So, do I need a larger hat? I like hats. I have larger hats. But for what I'm doing today, this one's pretty good. I like this one. This is a good hat. This is a good hat. So, the reason for KFC says I was the USA channel. Okay, I got you. Or a smaller head, whichever makes you happy. I like hats. I have probably 50 different hats. I need more hats. I was talking to somebody today about flat caps, and I was talking to somebody about flat caps today, and I realized I really need a bright white flat cap. I'd really like to have one of those. I need a kind of like a brighter blue and maybe even a green one. You are Hugh Janice. Janice from Northern Ireland. All right, well, Janice, I'm very happy for you coming from Northern Ireland. So I hope everything's going well for you in Northern Ireland. I got a feeling it's probably chilly where you're at. Womp womp, yep. The trolls are again from the basement. I know, Henry. I know. The trolls are pathetic. We were talking about trolls today on a live stream too, about about the research about them having little bitty penises, and living in mama's basement. And about 99% of them cannot do that whole raising it up thing. So, thought it was funny how the study has shown what trolls are, and that they're sad people that don't have any friends, they don't have a life, and the only way they can try to get attention is either by hanging a pork chop around their neck so the dogs will play with them, or trying to be funny and insult people. But that's all right. We don't mind. So Antoinette thinks that's funny. Hooded Hater says, "Oh, he likes me. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you very much for liking me." So if you don't know what a troll is, MJL, may I suggest you go research it. I got a feeling you can use a computer because you're on a phone. I would go to Google, go to Google and type that in. All right? But you don't have, I can't see what your icons are. The phones are too small. So put in a bunch of icons. Doesn't do you any good because I can't tell what they are. But I appreciate it anyway. Like a Ken doll having more to show. Yeah, HDN says, like the Ken doll is having more to show than the trolls. That's right. So what he's saying is a Ken doll has a bigger penis than the trolls. That's what he's saying. And what he's adding into that is they probably know what to do. The Ken doll knows what to do with it. Where trolls like to hide in the basement where their mama is and try to get some reaction and feel popular. What they really want to be, and this has been proven, is they want to be popular. And when they can't be popular, they try to be a troll. But they don't realize that trolls, just doesn't really work because nobody cares. Nobody cares. All right. So MJ and Hooded Hater are trying to figure out what they're talking about. So that's good. You guys continue to talk to each other. Every time you drop a chat, it makes me look good. So keep doing that. Just keep going back and forth with each other. And us adults will carry on a normal conversation. But I appreciate it. I do. So I did put some things in my Christmas shopping cart for my wife to buy me. So Henry, I think I've got that taken care of. She put a bunch of other things in my shopping cart, and I told her, no, I don't want to buy that. And but I've told her that she needs to be putting some things in her shopping cart so that I can buy them. And what we do is, of course, I tell Lorelai, my wife, you just buy them and put my name on it. That's our tradition, right? I tell my wife, just buy what you want for Christmas, put my name on it. Don't tell me about it. When you open it up for Christmas morning, I will be surprised. MJL, who probably has never seen a naked woman except for on the internet, says a bag would make ya look better, lad. We have some bags in the pantry that we use when we go grocery shopping. We put, the meat and the canned goods and the stuff that we purchase. We use those bags for that because we don't like to waste, the plastic bags are bad for the environment. So we have a bunch of bags. If you need a bag, or wait, are you trying to say the bag is the only way you can get a girl to look at you? You got to put it over. I don't know what you're trying to say with the bag. If you're so ugly that you got to put a bag on your head to get a girl to look at you, I understand, but sometimes you can pay girls, or boys. Maybe you like boys. I don't know. I don't want to assume anything. That's a good idea. Buy what you want and put well, my brother taught me that. He's been married for many thousands of years, and I've only been married for 10 going on 11. And he told me early on, I told him, I said, I got to figure out what to get the wife, blah, blah, blah. He's like, no, don't do that. He's like, don't do it. I'm like, what? He's like, no. Just have her buy what she wants, wrap it up, put it on the tree, put your name on it. Then when she opens it, at least you're surprised. So that's kind of funny what we do. But my wife wants to every year buy me a nice gift, and I appreciate that. But I don't really need anything at my age. I don't really want anything. You know, so but what I have figured out is, and that is, I have to give her something to buy me. So I put in the Amazon shopping cart some house slippers. I could use some new house slippers and a pair of gloves, and some bottle openers and a can opener, because I can't find any of the damn bottle openers in this house. They all seem to disappear. So that way she has something that she can buy me for Christmas without spending a lot of money. Yeah, now that could be the problem. That could be the problem. When you see the bill afterwards, the only good thing, HDN is, Lorelai is pretty frugal. But yes, that's what I asked my brother Johnny about that. He's like, well, his wife actually makes more money than him. You know what I mean? She's always made more money. They both make very good money, but she makes quite a bit more. And he's like, I don't have any choice. I have not seen Hugh Janis. I have not. I don't know who Janis is. Sorry. I don't know. Maybe why don't you try Google? Maybe Google can help you. So why don't you? No, it may have gotten hidden. Like I said, trying to be stupid on my live streams just don't get you anywhere. So, and how do you know why you're back? Hooded hater. We've had a long discussion about you with many people. We know who you are. We know what you do. I've even talked to your mama. So, But yeah, so that's what we're doing for Christmas. Now we got to find something for the dogs. I usually, we get treats for the dogs. And we wrap them, what I wish they had, and I don't know, maybe somebody knows this out there. Do you think there's any, I would really like to find, and this would be a cool thing to invent if the pet companies should do this. The pet companies should make edible Christmas wrappers for dog treats. I got to be careful about the word treat, or my two dogs kind of go, ooh, ooh, ooh. So, wouldn't it be great if they could just make edible paper wrapping so then we could wrap a treat up in some Christmas wrapping that's good for the dogs, and we could give it to them and they could tear it open and eat it and eat the treat all at once. Wouldn't that be nice? So I think it'd be nice. If I had the smarts enough on how to make it, then I would do it and try to sell it to Petco, or I'm sure we could make it. I just don't know. I mean, you could make it out of I guess, algae and put beef flavor in it or something. I don't know. I don't know what you could do. Yeah, well, and that's what I mean. And so you wouldn't have to worry about, like us, we take the present, because Lorelai loves our dogs. You know how it is, Henry. So that way you could take the present and give it to the dog and let them tear it open, versus us having to take it and tear it open and get the treat out of it to give the dogs, right? And so I think I could probably make some using some like gelatin, maybe beef flavor, but I don't know how structurally sound it would be. So it would take some work to figure out how, like the fruit roll-ups. If you could make something like a fruit roll-up, but in dog flavor, that could be like saran wrap or something that you could roll a doggy gift in and just give them the whole thing, right? I don't know. Maybe I need to, what do they say, copyright? No, the word's not copyright. Maybe I need to trademark that concept. Maybe I need to do that. But I don't know. I thought it'd be good and be easy to do. Make it easier for the dogs, easier for us. And the dogs might have more fun with it. They can tear it and they get into it and they get a new treat. Trademark, yeah, maybe I need to move forward with that. I don't know. I mean, it can't be that hard. I mean, we can make cakes look like houses, and we can make food into art, and we have what do they call that stuff? I don't buy it. Margarine. That people buy margarine all the time. We don't eat margarine. We eat butter, real butter. So margarine is only 1 or 2 molecules, if I remember right, away from being plastic. So look, I mean, surely there has to be something out there that somebody smart in a food lab could do. And I'm telling you, I don't know why they haven't done it, because the pet market is a billion-dollar industry. Billion-dollar industry. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. If I was still teaching and thought of this, I could use my chemistry lab that I worked in, and I could probably sit down and really work on it and figure it out. But not having the resources like I used to have when I was involved in the sciences, it'd be really hard for me to try to figure out at home. Be a lot harder for me to do here. And then, of course, the good news is, since it's for your pets, you don't have to have it approved through the FDA. So that's the other good thing. So, oh, is Hooded still here? Oh, Hooded, I thought you ran away to cry to your mommy. I'm sorry, I didn't recognize you were still here. Oh, well. I thought you were going to complain about how your mama didn't give you enough money these days, or how mama did this to you, or mama didn't breastfeed you long enough, or mama did this, or mama did that. I'm sorry, I even forgot you were here. But I think it'd be, so Linda, how are you? Hey everybody, how's everyone doing? I've been busy with work and basketball practice. I missed you. We miss you too. I was waiting for you to do a live stream that one day, but I never seen one come across. The last time you were telling me that you're going to try to do one later on that day, I was watching and trying to listening. So, I don't know. But thank you for coming back, so Linda. I hope everything's going well. I hope work's going well. I hope everything's going well for you and the girlfriend. So thank you for coming back. I know it's cold where you're at. HTN says, if you could find someone who could cook something like that, it would be interesting to see. Well, I could cook it, and that's what I mean. I got the knowledge. I don't know if I have the ambition, but we've used enough food. There's enough, like egg albium and gelatin. You can mix that and make a really thin skin out of that. So you might be able to do something like it. I just don't know how well it would hold up, like wrapping paper sitting under a tree. I think it would dry out. I don't know. So that would be the tough part. You could make something that would be edible within a day or two, but, I don't know. But you're right, Henry. It'd be really good. So Linda says, girlfriend has been busy with work, too, and basketball practice. Her and I have state this next Saturday. Congratulations on making state. I hope you guys win. I hope you're successful. So we do with that. So you just keep doing what you're doing and having a good thing. So HDN says, goodbye, Hooded. So I guess Hooded's leaving the scene because waste of space. Oh, poor Hooded. Poor Hooded, I know somebody else that, Hooded's just a crybaby. He's just a crybaby, wanting people to give him donations and suck up to him and, make him feel good about his poor, pathetic life. But that's all right. We know a lot of them people on the internet, so. But I think the key would be to making it to where it could be like wax paper in a roll that could last for a long period of time versus drying up and deteriorate. That would be the hard part. Oh, thank you for asking. My birthday was good. My wife got me a couple of new tropical shirts. She got me a couple of Christmas tropical shirts. I'm going to wear one on the 14th for the party. And she also got me a couple of new Santa Clauses to add to my collection. Because as you know, well, maybe you don't know, but I like old world Santas. I like historical Santa Claus figures, and I like the history of it. So people give me, like ones from Norway or Ireland, and, just the historical stuff I kind of like. So she bought me a couple of those, and I got a couple of shirts that are Christmas shirts, but they're tropical Christmas shirts. So she got them so that I could have them for the Christmas party on the 14th. So Linda is saying hello to HTN. So HTN, say hello. HTN is having some fun with our idiot friend Hoodit. We have an idiot friend named, what's his name? I even forget what his name is. He's called Hoodit Clip, Soul Hood. I don't know what his name is, but he's an idiot. He's pathetic. He's sad. And but Henry's having some fun with him. So, poor Hoodit doesn't have any real friends. He doesn't have anybody else that puts up with him. So, well, don't push Henry. HDN, the Ken doll. Yes, the Ken doll. The Ken doll. It's sad that they feel like, that they feel bad about their little wieners. So, hey, Best 7 is back in the house. How are you? Good to have you, Nico. Thank you for being here. Okay. My wife just sent me a message. I responded by saying okay, not that she can hear what I said, but I thought that was funny. Nico, the Best 7 is in the house. I should be live streaming hopefully tomorrow after work. Okay, nice. Good. We, I don't know what time we're going to live stream tomorrow ourselves. I don't have anything definitively planned yet. Sanda's in the house. Good evening, everybody. How are you, Sanders? I should be partying tomorrow. Nice. What kind of party? Oh, Henry says. Henry's going to be, sorry, that wasn't Sanders. Henry says, I should be partying tomorrow. Nice. What kind of party, Henry? Nico says, aha. Hey, Sanders from HTN. Sanders says, S-U-O, Sue. Suey. Pig Suey. Is that where you're going to that one? I don't know where you're going to that one. What's up, Henry? I guess I'm following you around. That's all right. Hanging out at the bar? Okay. But why? Why are you hanging out at the bar? Is it because there's strippers on the bar, or because there's a band playing, or is there a reason, besides, it's all good, Sanders says. So, Sanders, what have you been up to today? I know it's your day off. I know you've probably been doing the Uber driving for the wife. Live music. All right, nice. We don't get out to live music much anymore. We used to, but we just don't. My hearing is so sensitive in a lot of ways that I can't do the loud noise anymore. It really bothers me. It's partly why I don't like to go to football games or anything like that. So, Best 7 says they're going to have a haircut tomorrow. Nice, good. Are you doing it yourself? Is a family member doing it, or do you got to pay for it? If you're paying for your haircut, how much does a haircut cost where you're at? Dealing with these bad kids now in the Uber mode to pick up the wife. Oh, man. No, they can't be bad kids. They're your kids. So Leonard says, we nasty storm up here where we live on Wednesday. It's very gusty winds, blowing snow. Up to 50. See, that's why I couldn't live in the Northeast, or the North Central, or the Northwest, or North anywhere. You got to pay $25 for it? Is that a good price or a bad price, I wonder? I haven't paid to get a haircut in probably 10 years or more because I just do it myself. Okay, so you know the band. All right. It's the Filipino Blood. And don't get me started about the Filipino Blood, Sanders. No, 25 is a good price. All right. I didn't know. Like I said, I haven't paid to do that. And I use dog clippers. I know I do my own hair, believe it or not. Sometimes my wife does it. But what I have found is the dog clippers work better than all the other hair clippers that I've owned. And I got a lot of different sets of hair clippers. But we bought some hair clippers to use on the dogs a few years ago. They're better than any human hair clipper I've ever had. And they were cheaper. So, I don't know what that says about me, but that is kind of the way it is. Oh, Henry had a timeout hooded hater. Is he back again? I didn't think he'd ever show up again. Linder says, the girlfriend and I almost want to make a stream of the snow through the window for you all to watch. We did that one year. We did that when we first started YouTubing, and we were really, really new at it. I set up my laptop and a camera, and I put the camera outside, and I live streamed the snow event. This is 4 years ago, or better. Because back then, we didn't know what we were doing, what people wanted to see. We didn't have an audience or anything, so I started cutting my own since I can't make it to the shop. Yeah, well, you're a busy man. Kids, wife, work. Well, you got a Filipina. Just get her to get the dog trimmers out. You got doggies. I know you probably got dog trimmers. If not, get you some dog trimmers. I can show you one of them. I don't know where Lily is. I think Lily's in the bed. It's really cold out. So my dog Lily, the red one with the broken foot, she likes to go sleep in the bed. But here's Daisy. Hey, you awake? So Daisy is the one in heart failure. She's having a little bit of a rough day for some reason. I can tell her heart's not working right today. When her heart acts up, she doesn't move. She kind of freezes, and just kind of stops, and gets a glossy-eyed look in her face. So, well, the Ken doll can't grow up, Henry. That's part of the problem. Remember, they have no penis. If they have no male testicle, they have no testosterone. No testosterone means that they can't grow up. But, whether it's the hooded storyteller, the hooded this, the hooded that, it's all pathetic. Maybe he wishes he had a hood, You got to think deeper on that one, but maybe he wishes he had a hood. Because the hooded storyteller in the Philippines, he can't keep a woman. All the women, find him disgusting, so he can't keep a girl. So maybe this hooded guy wants a hood himself, if you know what I mean, Henry. Could it be because of the weather? Well, it could, except for, her heart's been failing since October, since Halloween. Maybe. I just think it's the new course. It's like me with my heart failure and lung failure. I have really good days, bad days. There's days that I wake up, I feel great, and within 2 hours, I feel like shit, or vice versa. Nico, you didn't see the dog? I'll show you the dog again. Here, you got it. I'll zoom in and look down. So see my hand? That's my dog right there. See her? So this is the ear. I know she's kind of camouflaged. But see, that's a doggy's ear. That's a doggy's paw. These are her eyeballs. This is her nose. But this is how she likes to lay. Wiener dogs. Wiener dogs like to, they like to be surrounded. They like to be tucked in. They like to wiggle their bodies down into things, and they like that. And so she's got herself wiggle between the blanket and my leg and her butt back in the seat. And they just kind of wiggle their way down, and that's how they like to lay. We want to see the five-headed dog. Five-headed dog. The five-headed dog. I'm lost on that one. I think there's a mythical creature that dog has 3 heads, right? Nico, Nightbot, the computer is saying you're dropping too many emojis, so just do 2 or 3 of them max. If the computer thinks you're dumping too many, it puts you in timeout, and that's what Nightbot did. And we don't have any control over that, Nico. Oh, my feet. Oh. Oh, I get you. 5-headed, 5 toes, feet, dog. I get it. Hey, come on. You got any money? If you want to see my feet, you got to pay up, buddy. I charge quite a bit. I charge $50 a foot on my OnlyFans page. So you don't get to see them for free, my friend. So, but yeah, so that's all it is. But you're not in trouble or anything. It's just the computer going, they don't like it. So. I bet you she did not. I bet you your girlfriend's a nice person. So. Nico the Best says, bye. Are you leaving us? If you're leaving us, thank you for coming in. We appreciate you. We're glad that you came by and visited us. I hope you stay, hang out for a while. That's cheap, $50 a foot photo. Well, if I was a hot, sexy woman, I could probably charge a lot more than that. But that's all I can render for being me. Beth says, thank you all. We do appreciate you being here. We do. We do appreciate you being here. We hope you have a good haircut tomorrow, by the way. I saw today in the news, the United States is moving closer and closer to banning TikTok in America. I guess the ruling was held up in one of the Supreme Courts. So HDN saying hello and take care of Nico. So it looks like all those TikTok what do you call them? I don't know what they call them. Social media influencers on TikTok may have to find a new revenue stream because it looks like it's going to be moving forward. There's a really good chance, since TikTok is owned by a China-based company and supports the Chinese government and all of that, that TikTok could go away in America, at least in its current form. This is a great opportunity, though, for somebody like Elon Musk to take X and make a new thing called XXX and turn it into the new TikTok. So maybe that's what's going to happen. I don't know. We have a TikTok account, and I've tried to upload stuff to it and do that, but we don't have any followers on it. So our TikTok, or what is it, TikTok? What is it? TikTok, NickTok, whatever. It never went anywhere because we don't, we don't have any boobs to show. Yeah, that means the trolls will have one less venue to go to. They can't go to TikTok and harass the girls and drool over the women TikTokers, right? So where else are they going to see a naked girl at? But yeah, it looks like it's going to be moving forward. It does indeed. I saw something today in the news where it's been held up by one of the mid-level courts, which means it's going to be going forward. And look, if I was making money on it, I would probably be unhappy about it. But since I'm not, I don't really care. I don't watch it. I don't follow anybody on TikTok. I never really got into it. And I do believe, though, that we got to be careful with companies. And I'm going to give you an example. Here in Arkansas, our governor of Arkansas, which I'm really appreciative of, when she got elected, she started the process to kick out a Chinese-owned company out of the state of Arkansas. It owns some farmland, like I can't remember how many acres, let's say 500 acres, of farmland out in the eastern part of Arkansas. Well, they definitely they approved that Chinese ag company in Arkansas has ties to the communist Chinese government. So under Arkansas law and federal law, apparently, what she has told them is they had like 24 months to sell all their assets and their land because they're out of here. They're gone. They're not going to do business in Arkansas because they're doing agri research on crops grown in this part of the world. So the rub comes when they might be able to sell to the Chinese government what can be done to destroy American crops. So I'm all for that. I think we got to be a little careful about that. Sometimes the country of America, thank you all for being here, by the way, if I haven't said that. Thank you all for subscribing to the channel and giving us a thumbs up. Sometimes the American government is too broad. We make things too easy on non-American citizens. On American citizens, we make life hell. But for companies that want to come here and do business, not a big deal. If a foreign government wants to buy land in America, not a big deal, sell it to them. But they make it harder on the Americans. So I'm all for people having the ability to say, now, we can prove ties. I'm also just really big on saying, look, why we should be a little bit more like other countries, like in the Philippines. I can't buy land in the Philippines. I can't own land. I can buy a condo. My wife has to buy the property, and then I get husband survivor benefits off of the property, but I can't go out there and buy land. I can't just buy up the Philippines because I got all kinds of money. So I don't like how America does certain things at times, but, what are we going to do about it, right? And I saw where today also I was watching the news where the Doge Group, however you want to pronounce it, the new budget stuff that Elon's involved in is Woodrow Wilson was famous for that. Take care of America first, and everybody else will take care of themselves. They were talking today, there are a couple of groups in the sites, and I don't remember the numbers, but I'm just going to say this, and I think it's way bigger than this. I think it's 800,000 federal employees do not have to show up for work because when COVID hit, they all got sent home and they never came back. So one of the first things they want to do is tell all those federal employees you need to report back to work. If you don't want to report back to work, then you need to quit. And since the government's so overbloated, they wouldn't rehire them anyway. Because Walmart has said and done some of this, because Walmart, So here's what Walmart has done. When all this happened, they sent everybody home. When they realized that the level of production from employees at home went down, but they did not need that many employees. So we don't need 25,000 home office employees doing this job. We send all of these people home, and we can tell that a lot of them aren't doing very much, but they're getting their paychecks. So we eliminated a bunch of jobs, and we were still just as efficient. I think the government's going to be that way. They're going to get rid of 200 to 300 jobs, which I hate for people to lose their job, but not at the cost of my taxes. Or you can go back to work and earn your pay. So apparently there's like 800,000 federal employees who don't have to show up for work. They're not held accountable. That's a big deal. I think it's a big deal anyway. So we'll have to see. You okay, Daisy? And I know what I was reading the other day, I was reading some blogs on federal employees' websites or social media sites, postings, where a lot of them are filing for their federal retirement because now that they've been living on the gravy train for 2 to 3 years and they're getting wind that they're going to have to go back to work, they're going to go ahead and retire and take their pensions and retire before they get terminated and not show up for work, which is smart because that will solve part of the problem. But yeah, a little bit of isolationism is not a bad thing. You know, we can't even manage our own funds. Why are we sticking our nose into other people's business? Is kind of how I see it. But that's just me. I don't know, Henry. So that's good though, right? If you got all these federal employees who aren't truly earning their money, then why are we paying them? That's how I see it, yeah. And I don't think there's anything wrong with any of that. I just don't. Efficiency and accountability, there's nothing wrong with. Every company, if companies were ran like the U.S. government, they would all go bankrupt. And we all know that. We all know that. And some strange reason, we've just decided to accept it. We've decided that it's okay for the U.S. government to be so inefficient, to be a bad company, and it's not okay. It's not okay. I can't run my household this way. I got to send my wife out to work and get her to make money. So I got to get her out there doing stuff. I can't do it, but I don't know. Got 11 people watching and got a bunch of people in the background apparently. Everybody, if you're back there, if you're brave enough, come forward and introduce yourself and say hello to everybody. We got a good 10 thumbs up so far tonight, which is nice. But I'm not looking forward. I got to get out at midnight and go get Lorelei. I'm not looking forward to that, but yeah, I have no choice since I drove her to work. It's one of those rules. If you drive your wife to work, you got to figure out and understand that you got to go pick her up from work. HN says, I do wish the social media world would put a tighter grip on trolling and bashing. Well, somebody's giving me some party hats. Thank you for the party hats. Yeah, well, it's kind of the weird thing, Henry, to be honest, is facts. Soul Linder says, for us to do YouTube, we have to go through the process and be verified, be real, to become a content creator. So it's not fair for non-content creators or trolls, not everybody's a troll, but for non-content creators to try to wreak havoc for content creators without any accountability. So I don't like that. I know if you sign up for a YouTube account, you got to give your name and stuff like that, but you don't go through the same scrutiny. And I know it's not in the best interest of YouTube and Facebook and everybody and Facebook's kind of this weird thing anyway, right? It has its own political agenda involved anyway. But I think what would be good if it could happen, if we took like that Hooded guy, the idiot, the guy with the small penis, if you had somebody that was causing you grief on your channel, whether he's a creator or just a support channel, you should be able to report them to YouTube. They should quicker, with more gusto, backtrack that title into the IP address and get deeper quicker, and to prevent that from happening for some of these channels. Yep, I've seen some that have pushed others too far and they get away with it. I agree. I really do. So, and they're supposed to have this policy about not harassing, no bullying, all of those things, right? But it doesn't seem like YouTube takes it seriously. Maybe they put a thing in place where, maybe they need to investigate. Robots, technology bots, whatever they are, can investigate. If Nightbot can figure out somebody's putting too many emojis in, surely Nightbot or somebody else, some other bot, could tell when a person, and that links to an email address and an IP address, is getting complaints or is getting put in timeout a lot. You know what I mean? And so you would think if they could do that, then a bot could handle that for these channels, where you can just say, look, if they're banned off of a channel, well, that should be, and Nanette knows this because she has a good YouTube channel too, that we got to be careful about not violating community guidelines, not doing any copywriting or violating of any music. We got to be really careful as content creators, right? Shouldn't it be the same for them? They should be held to the exact same standard that we are. If somebody files a complaint against us for copywriting their music, man, we get smacked pretty damn quick. We should be able to complain about a troll, and a bot should be able to chase back, or if a person gets banned off of a channel, okay, well, that's kind of like a red flag, right? Or a yellow flag. If they get banned off another channel, well, there's something going on here. And so, versus like us, 1, 2, 3, and you're in prison. So, I don't know how, Nanette, how do you think? What do you think? Do you have a suggestion that might be helpful with any of that? That's the only thing I can think of. If Nightbot truly can tell people to quit spamming and quit using too many emojis, he says, yeah, they can do that. So why don't they, is my question. I agree. Why don't they? Do we need Elon Musk to buy YouTube? And he can do it? Now, I don't know, but you got to know they can do it. But why aren't they? Because that's bullying to me. What has happened to other channels when a troll comes in and they do these things, that's bullying. That's harassment. Sometimes it's sexual harassment. A lot of times for the girl channels, it is sexual harassment. I saw some today earlier, and I know the person didn't see it, but I saw somebody make a comment about dogs, and he was talking about his 7-inch dog needed to be pet, and this person is from a different country and didn't quite get what he was alluding to. But it was sexual harassment in my eyes. It was unprofessional conduct. So, something, if they know within an hour, if I turn my TV on behind me, big screen, and I'm watching a movie right here, and I show you guys this movie, and within about 10 minutes, they know that I don't have permission to show that movie, right? If they know I don't have permission for that music to be played on this live stream within 10 minutes, Tell me they can't solve this problem. Tell me they can't do it. Tell me it's too difficult. And maybe when us creators and stuff, when YouTube reaches out to us and say, hey, how can we improve YouTube? Maybe we need to start suggesting to them that they put a bot together that can handle the trolls better. I seen an artistic or an autistic person on YouTube. He was getting bashed so badly. It's horrible. He left you too after I think my family member took him off. YouTube. Yeah. Autocorrect isn't working. I'm all right. I get that. So there's an autistic person getting picked on and bashed for being autistic, probably, or slow, whatever they want to say. And they won't stay on. Anyfin is in the house. Hey, Anyfin, how are you? I saw you fishing in the freaking wind the other day. What's wrong with you, son? You're going to remember, Anyfin, you're going to be an old man one day, and you're going to remember, oh, man, that cold wind. Oh, geez, back when I was a young man, maybe I shouldn't have done all I did in the cold weather. I'm just giving you some advice from an old guy. Anyfin, do you happen to know Annette at Fun? She's one of our supporters, and she has a great cruising channel. She would definitely come back to you if you go over and hang out with her. So they're a good channel there. No, exactly. Well, and to me, it's just pathetic. All it is a coward. Keyboard warriors and cowards, right? That's what it is. The interesting thing is, Anyfin and everybody, is I get a kick out of the diversity on YouTube. I get a kick out of seeing so many different people from so many different walks of life, different, I'm trying to figure out how to say it, but people of different disabilities, including myself, who has heart failure, lung failure, kidney failure, have trouble walking. I think the fact that we all are diverse and have our own strengths and weaknesses is the thing that makes YouTube really cool. I really do. I think that's something that makes it really cool. Well, they're just cowards. They don't have penises. They don't have a life. They, every cliche thing there is. And what we all know is this: they would never be brave enough to say these things face to somebody. That's what we know, right? We all know they would never, ever say those things to my face, your face, or even that person's face to face. You know that we know this. Do you remember his channel name? I'm still wondering what happened to it. Well, more than likely, and Anyfin says, yeah, it is. Yes, it is. About the diversity. Well, he probably got off the internet, and he probably gave it up, probably found it too stressful. And because Anyfin's doing a great job on his channel. Annette's doing a great job on her channel. It's hard to be successful on a YouTube channel. And you got to put a lot of work in it. Anyfin puts in more work on his YouTube channel than most people ever consider about doing. But he puts the work in. It's hard to be successful. And when you get a bunch of pushback, if you don't have a solid backbone, most people fold. I'm just not going to do it. I don't understand it. I just won't do it. I get kids being mean because they aren't fully developed, correct? But adults like that are great candidates for very late term abortions. You know, anything, I'll tell you. So, Linder, it's harder than you think to do YouTube. It is. Anything, I got a lot of moderators on my channel, and I know a lot of other YouTubers who they want to smack the kids, and I don't understand this. And I'm just gonna get this out. And I call them kids, young people, kids, whatever you want to call them. They don't want them on their channels. They don't want them coming into their channels. They don't want them throwing chats. They don't want them to be there. And I'm not talking about kids being buttheads. I'm talking about kids being kids. When they realize it's some, not, like I have a lot of kids, believe it or not, and some of them really like my wife. They think my wife is really nice, and they will come on in the middle of the night from Germany and India and other parts of the world just to talk English to my wife, which I think is hilarious because she's Filipino, but whatever. So, but what I tell people is because I've got people that go, no, I'm going to get rid of them for you. And I'm like, stop. I don't want you to get rid of the kids. Why don't we instead of banishing them and hurting them, encourage them to be good YouTubers? One thing I've learned is I have to be a little patient because sometimes people have said things and I've taken it the wrong way, not realizing they're not meaning it the way I'm hearing it, but their English skills are not on the same level. So what they're saying is, hey, can you shout my channel out? They just don't know how to ask like you and I would anything. You know what I mean? One of these family members removed the channel because of what happened? Yes. If they are under 13, you have to get them out of YouTube and shut you down. Exactly. And one thing I do is I tell them, don't give out, and they all go away. The other thing I'll tell you I found quite interesting. I tell them that they need to go, but I tell them they need to go, shit, I forgot what I tell them because my brain's cushy. Never give out your information. Never tell your age. Never tell where you live. Never, ever divulge any of your information with anybody. Don't do it. Don't divulge your personal information, even with other kids on the internet. Do not do that. So I think that's quite interesting. But what I mean by kids is we get a lot of high school kids, college kids, who like to talk to my wife, and they like to try to talk English. So I think that's funny. They shut down, and a lot of the younger kids, they get their channels shut down by YouTube. Then they go borrow mommy's phone is what they do. And they play on mommy's phone while mommy's asleep. That's what they do. He was 11. They shut his channel down. He was 11. He was just fishing, though. But it doesn't matter. Yes. Which is really interesting, Anyfin, because I know you know who Scott Martin is down in Florida, right? The fisherman Scott Martin. His daughter, who's an adult now, I think she's a college student, but she's had a YouTube channel since she was about 12, a fishing YouTube channel. A very popular one. Scott Martin's, I can't remember what her name is. I don't have a clue what her name is. And apparently she's a very good fisherwoman, very good at it. But she had a YouTube channel, but it's huge. It makes a lot of money. So maybe they went, well, we can make an exception because we're making money off of her. That's, part of it. But he was a scary, talented person, a very talented person. Yeah, I know. It's sad. It's sad when people run good people off the internet. And then you have all the e-beggars and all the people that all they want to do is lie to you. That's the only thing that really frustrates me are the liars. The ones who say they're trying to give you advice on how to build. I use this analogy. The ones that try to tell you you're building your house wrong, But one, they've never owned a house and they've never built a house. Oh no, I'm an expert in this. I've had 12 houses. No, you didn't. You've never owned a home. You know, those are the ones that, the lying, those are the one that really bugs me. I don't like people, I don't like that. I guess that's my big thing. I don't want to, there's a bunch of YouTubers, there's a bunch of people on the internet who want to be married to Filipinas. So there's some people out there that run around talking like they've married a Filipina and they've never married a Filipina because they want to be a part. And I just don't like that. But it's the same thing about if you've never fished, don't tell me how to fish. You can sit and listen and ask questions and be a part of the conversation, but don't act like you're an expert in something that you're not. That's kind of what drives me a little crazy, is that. And that's just me, though. That one drives me a little crazy. But one thing I did some research on, Finn, about the kids, and I think this is interesting. We can't protect ourselves from the trolls like we were talking about earlier. You know, it's hard for YouTube to get onto the trolls and do something about the bad trolls, right? But what I've discovered from doing some research is they put bait children. Is that maybe a bad word? They have fake children come onto live streams to try to find the bad people, which is a good thing. So they have fake children or people pretending to be children come onto live streams hoping to find a bad YouTuber, you know. So I think that's interesting. I think it's good that they do that, but I find that interesting that they can put forth that effort, and maybe it's not YouTube doing it, it's the law enforcement agencies, which is great. But why in the hell can't we work on the trolls a little bit? So inconsistent YouTube is. Big Lion, you're gonna if you want to leave a comment, you can. Just rephrase your statement. I don't quite understand what you mean by your statement, so that's why it was hid. So it is. It's kind of weird, right? We can't protect the female YouTubers from the perverted men, but we can protect copyright, make sure I don't show a movie on YouTube. So we can do all of those. So yeah, all right, Henry, appreciate that. So, loss in translation, yeah, and so it's just kind of weird, but I think it's good that when we get, what I do think is good is that when we get young people, I don't mean children, I mean young people, if we can show them how to behave on the internet, how to conduct themselves, how when they go to a live stream, how to behave. Loud and clear now? Yeah. So if we can get these younger people that are starting their YouTube thing and they're trying to be trolls or they're trying to do this or they're trying to do that, then if we can get them to understand, because I see this a lot. I see a lot of people, they go on to a live stream and they don't introduce themselves. They don't say, hello, host, how are you today? What has happened to that? When I started, 4 or 5 years ago, it was kind of the rule of thumb. If I went on to your live stream, and I still do today, I say, hello, host, how are you? Or good to see you, something polite, right? What's wrong with that? Before you try to shout out your channel, you would ask permission. I don't ask, I don't do it. but you know what I mean? So kind of an interesting dynamic to where, and that's partly where I realized a while back, some of the folks from a different world, different parts of the world, they were asking me to shout out their channel, but their English was so broken that it came across really either assertive or aggressive or condescending because they didn't know the right English words. So I've had to take a step back on that. Yep, you're right. I can win trolls over all the time, but my mods block them. Yeah. So I try to get my mods to calm down. Henry's really good. He knows when to step in and when not to. Henry knows when to play with them a little bit. We have other moderators that I've had to say, stop. I don't want you to be that aggressive. I've talked to them on the phone and say, I don't want you being so aggressive. That's not why you're a moderator. You just go, I don't want that. I don't like that. I had to ban somebody from my whole entire world that I've known for a long time who was putting people in timeout that I didn't want him put in timeout. He was putting good subscribers of mine into timeout because he didn't like what the person said. I tried and I called him on the phone and said, now, hey, look, I don't want you doing that anymore. Just because he doesn't agree, this is my channel. So quit it. And he got really pissed and all that and called me everything in the name, but that's okay. Ken says, okay. Now you make me feel bad. Hello, host. As a father of two boys, I see the dumb stuff they type. You're right. It's up to the adults to teach the youth. This is the feel. It is, right? And so you gotta, before you kind of go, because I don't have kids, as you guys all know, and that's probably really good for the kids, but I don't have kids. So everybody say hello to everybody and thank Ken for coming in. But I'm trying to take a little bit of step back and go, what is that person trying to say? Are they trying to be a troll or they just don't know what to say or how to say it properly? So, hi, host. See, there you go. I know. You smelled the misspelled trolls earlier. I am still here, Solinder says. So I think that's important, that if we can turn trolls into good people, that's good. And I did. I had to ban somebody who was causing a lot of friction on my live streams, putting people in timeout, fighting with them because he didn't like what they said about that, about somebody being a drunk or an alcoholic, and he took offense to everybody, and I had to put him away. I tried nicely to do it. I tried to teach him and nurture him, and I finally had to cut it off. And that's just the way it is. My wife has had to tell some of our good followers, because when my wife does live streams at night, some of these guys, which I appreciate, will come on and kind of be there for my wife. And if my wife gets a troll, they want to go in and smack the troll immediately. My wife is pretty savvy. Lorelai can handle things. So we've had to tell a couple of our good friends, hey, give Lorelai a chance before you kill this person, to do the Lorelai thing, to do the wife thing. And then if it doesn't work, then you can come in and put him in timeout. Bots and trolls are different things. They are. Lots of suffering souls out there, so many kids in a shifty world. Internet is their escape. It is. And I think we got to be aware of that. And I guess I'm just really big as an old teacher, even though I didn't teach little kids, I taught college, that I want young people to grow up to be better adults. I don't want the next generation of YouTubers to be like that kid in Korea, Johnny Somalia. I don't want them to be like that Jack Dotree kid or whatever his name is. I don't want them to be like him. I want them to look at this as a platform for education, learning, and growing. And maybe I spend too much time with the kids trying to nurture them and tell them to study, work hard at it, get their education. It's like Solinder is a young person. He's not a kid, but he's a young person. They're trying to build the future. They're the next generation of YouTubers. Old people like us, well, you're not that old, any Finn, but you know what I mean. Yep, it's clear that you're a teacher. I taught too. So, yeah, you know what it is. It's part of who we are, right? You know, so you get it. So, we try to take the opportunity to make things better, not worse. And I think we got to give people a chance before we smack the crap out of them. That's my thing. And and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with putting up with trolls until the dirty words are coming out. And the one thing I will not tolerate, and all of my moderators, including you, Anyfin, are more than welcome. Anytime anybody does any of the race crap, get them out. I'm not going to put up with any racial crap. Now, if they want to ask what country you're from, all of those things, I don't have a problem with that. But when they're using those bad words related to race, I don't want them. I want them banned forever because I'm not going to do that. Soul Leonard says, I'm a teacher. I am my own teacher. We all are. We all are our own teacher. I believe in role modeling behavior that I want others to do. I really do. And I know it's funny. I was talking to somebody earlier today about our personalities on YouTube. I truly am who I am on YouTube as I am at home. Now, at home, behind the scenes, I'm more quieter. I don't talk as much. But this is who I am, straight through, all the way through. I am who I am, period. I tell people, though, that if you struggle on YouTube and being a good public speaker, the best thing you can do is act like you're an actor. Become an actor on YouTube. And I know a lot of channels that I've helped over the years who struggled talking to an audience. And so I've tried to get them to put themselves into the position of being a teacher or an actor. And then you get more comfortable speaking in public. Whack, race of trolls, let's go. Exactly. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put up with racism at all. And then if they say anything, about children in the bad way, they need to be gone immediately. We don't put up with any of that. But I tell my people, look, if they come on here and they want to call me fat, I'll deal with it. If they want to make fun of my hands, that's fine. I'm pretty good at twisting things back onto them to where they give up and leave. I just omit words out of what they say, and I use their words back on them like I don't understand what they're saying. I play dumb, but I just twist it back on them. So that's, Henry has seen it numerous times. Sometimes sitting back and just watch, you'll get a better understanding of what is going on around you and everyone else too. I agree. But we need our moderators. We just got to, we got to teach our moderators how we want them to moderate. And we've worked hard to get good moderators. And, I had somebody who didn't want to, he got really snippy one time and said something, well, I don't even know why I have a jacket. I'm like, all right, you don't want your jacket. I was just giving it to you because I'm nice. If you don't want to be blue, just say so. I'll take your blue away. It doesn't matter to me. It's and I try to explain to people, being blue, if you have a YouTube channel, it helps you drop, because I have a rule in mine that if you're blue and you have a YouTube channel, you don't have to ask my permission to drop the link to your channel. For me, when I give somebody like you, Anyfin or Soul, a blue jacket, that gives them permission to drop their link whenever they want. Because I've already vetted you and know who you are and believe in your channel, so I give you permission to do that. By turning you blue, you get that permission. So, did I ask Ken how Ken was doing? Ken, how are you doing up there? See, Soul Leonard just dropped it. You forgot my rule. I do want my moderators, before they block somebody permanently, to ask. We need to discuss it before we ban somebody permanently. We kind of got to have a meeting of the minds of who we ban permanently. Soul Leonard says, I am 5 away from 540. I am only 96,400 and 50, 45-ish away from my goal of 100,000. Only 96,000 away. I'm only 96,000 away. I mean, what a miracle. So I feel your pain. I mean, my goal is to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of January. It's going to be really tough, and I'm probably not going to get there. But you got to have a goal that's out there, but is somewhat achievable. And that's kind of what I'm doing. But I'm only 96,000 away from getting that big silver button and maybe making enough money to buy a new hat. So, but we got to keep working it. We got to keep working it. That's what I think. So that's kind of what we do. We're having fun on YouTube, and you can't, my wife, and I tell her this, my wife sometimes takes it too seriously. When somebody makes a comment about me, makes fun of me, she wants to get there and defend and to rip. And I'm like, it ain't worth it. It's not worth the time. It's not worth the brain cells. Can I time Henry? Can I time Henry? You can time Henry all you like. You mean time out? Well, you got to be careful. You know, Henry may have that special button. There's one or two of my moderators that have the special moderator. So that are special moderators. Not just your average everyday moderator. And you never know who that's going to be. So you may not be able to put Henry in punishment because Henry may be able to delete you. So, but Henry's pretty good at watching things. He doesn't get too aggressive. I think some of our moderators, have you ever heard the saying about police officers and how sometimes a tin badge can weigh an awful lot? Sometimes that blue wrench can weigh an awful lot for some of our moderators. And that's something that we have to do better, is understand which moderators can handle the blue wrench and which ones can't. So Linder, are you somebody that can handle a blue wrench? Or is that blue wrench too heavy for you? So that's something that we have to keep in mind as we go through this process. It just is. But it's fun. It's good. All right. So Leonard's saying, so Henry, when you and Dave join my stream, you can time each other out. Okay. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to have to talk with your girlfriend, and we're going to find the truth about things, and then we're going to decide whether we put you in timeout. Because I got a feeling your girlfriend's going to tell us the truth and set you straight when you misbehave. So, Diana's in the house. Hello, Diana. Thank you for being here. How are you? Are you feeling any better today, Diana? Everybody say hello to Diana. We got on a little bit of a rant there for a few minutes, Diana, but I think we're all calmed down and mellowed out now. So I think it's safe. I think it's safe. Diana says she's feeling so-so. Henry says, I bully a few. Hey, Diana from HTN. Oh, we were just talking about trolls and bullies and the internet and children on the internet. I mean, young people, young YouTubers, and things like that. So I may have got on one of my fiery rants, Diana. You know how I am. I may have got fired up there for a couple of minutes. Diana's saying, hello to you, Henry. So, but it's all good now. We were talking about Christmas presents earlier again. That time of the year. Tell them I was on some different live streams today, checking in with people, and Annie Finn was here, and Ken Unger was here for a few minutes, but we may have scared Ken. My rant and raving may have got him fired up, and he had to go call his woman in the Philippines and say, man, you won't believe what Pac is talking about. Man, he fired up tonight. So, but we had a good live stream earlier today. You guys all missed that. We had a really nice one. We talked about a lot of things. We came to a conclusion. Ken is still here. See, I knew you were. I knew you were hanging out in the background going, man, these crazy ass people, I tell you what, how do they even survive in the world without us? But yeah, we were talking about we finally got some definitive information about Elliot Eastman, which is no information, but we finally got a clear understanding of what really was said and happened in the Philippines versus the rumor mill. Well, it would be interesting. Everything's interesting, Henry, I think. I think everything's interesting. Life is interesting. I don't know. I guess I find so many things interesting. It's crazy. There's not enough time in my day. If I just chase down the rabbit holes that I find interesting, I would never get anything done around the house. Wait a minute, I don't get anything done around the house now. Besides petting my dog, rubbing her belly, and eating and doing the laundry some, which I got to finish. But I go down rabbit holes like you can't believe in life. I mean, man, I get highly distracted with stuff. So, MJL is back. No hat? Hat, yep. Well, I'll put my hat on when I decide to here in a couple of minutes. So that's a good thing about being an adult. I can take it off when I want. I can put it on when I want. And that's just the way life is. Sometimes I'm prettier with it, and sometimes I'm prettier without it. I want to give my fans, my audience, all the people that adore us, both the version with the hat and the version without. That's kind of how it works. But I do. I go down a lot of rabbit holes. So you think the government should regulate the use of hats? I think they ought to regulate the use of condoms. And I think they ought to mandate that stupid people don't get to breed. Diana, sometimes you feel like a nut and sometimes you don't. Oh, I love those. I love those. Oh, we're talking about eggnog today. I got a funny thing about eggnog. Mercy from Check Out the Rallies was on the live stream earlier, on our live stream. And she asked what the origins was of eggnog, which I didn't know. So I had to go Google it. And it comes out nobody knows. There's all kinds of theories where it came from. I think somebody brought up that it came from Keebler Eve, the elves that make the cookies, because of leftover ingredients. They would have enough leftover ingredients to make eggnog. But, okay, Ken, you have MJL. But I was reading I was explaining to her what eggnog was, how you make it, all of that stuff, how it's served. Like in the South, they put whiskey in it. Henry, were you on that part? I couldn't remember if you were there this morning. Because I think you said you like whiskey in yours. And so they were putting whiskey in the South, and this part got rum and the country and all that. But what I found was Puerto Ricans make a version of eggnog that's not eggnog, but sounds way better than eggnog ever could be. So I'm like, man, now that sounds like a good Christmas drink. It's made out of coconut milk and rum, and oh man, that sounds really good. So, but eggnog is basically a holiday drink in this part of the country and throughout the world, if you don't know. It's made out of milk, egg, and sugar, basically, with some vanilla flavoring and cinnamon. They don't know the true origins of it. There's different lines of thought of where it came from. Our good friend Des is in the house. Thank you for being here. Thank you for visiting us. Thank you. I was checking Des's channel out earlier in the week. She's doing a great job with her channel. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up and all of that good stuff. So milk, sugar must not be. Milk, sugar, egg yolks, just depending on how you do it. So yeah, eggs, milk, sugar, vanilla extract. And a lot of people put either whiskey or rum in it. Yes, I know. I know. Nog is nutmeg in it. Yeah, and nutmeg. Sorry, I forgot the nutmeg. Everybody say hello to Des' channel, please. We appreciate her very much. She's a great support channel, and she has her own great channel. Nutmeg, that's right, and you can put cinnamon with it if you like. Get rid of what, yeah, I've never had eggnog. You're not missing anything. HN says, hello to you, Des. I don't really, we're going to have it at the party, so you'll be welcome to try it. I'm going to have eggnog on the 14th at the party. Now, we're going to put rum in it, so we're going to have rummy eggnog. And we're going to have rum in it, and I'm going to store-bought it. Buy it. I'm not going to make homemade eggnog. So you'll get to try it if you want. MJL says, I like pig in the blanket at Christmas. Yeah, all right. Yeah, a lot of people do. I personally don't. But I know a lot of people that like them. I know a lot of people that use crescent rolls and sausage instead. Des says, thank you, HTN. And I was running around today. Nice, Henry says. Hello, everybody from Des' channel. If you guys haven't subscribed to her channel, please do. Please do. We appreciate her channel. And I know she's happy to shout out my channel, which I appreciate so much. Rum Dum, that's it. So, but I thought it was interesting learning more about the historical side of eggnog. And I guess there's so many different variations or could have beens, would have beens, that nobody knows the true history of it. Done and shared. Thank you, Des. I appreciate that. But we're going to do eggnog. I don't know why we got talking about eggnog, but we're going to do eggnog. I'm going to put rum in it. And we're going to go from there and see how it is. I don't know how we got on eggnog. I lost track again. Des, did you want to drop your link? You are blue, so you're welcome to drop your link without asking permission. You can just drop a link if you want to. Okay. Des, we appreciate that, and I know what you mean by going and checking out others' live streams. We all need to do that, but thank you for doing ours. But just remember, if you're blue, you don't have to ask permission to drop a link. You can just do it. Well, MJL, I don't really have a great opinion on that. I think we ought to go to the gold system. And we should eliminate all currency, and I'm the only one that should be in charge of any money for the whole world. That's what I think. I think I should be like the sugar daddy of the world. Everybody should come to me and ask me for money. That's what I think. Shout out, please, again. Yes, Soul Linder has a channel, by the way. If you guys haven't subscribed to their channel, they got a couple of them going. But you can do that. They're a good channel. They're good people. They come to visit us quite a bit. So thank you again for being here, Soul Linder. And there's their link if you guys haven't subscribed to it. But eggnog, I find it kind of disgusting. I thought about it after reading the ingredients today, that I bet you if you just added a whole bunch of flour to it, you could make pancakes. You know, it sounds like pancake without the flour. So thank you again, David. Bye for now. All right, we appreciate you. Be safe. Thank you for coming in and giving us a thumbs up and a shout out. Thank you, thank you. So it's, you know, I think the Dougster, he's going to be at the party. He has a YouTube channel. Was here, or was on the live stream, and he said, you know, it smells kind of like latex paint. Well, MLJ is trying to be funny here. How much eggnog could you drink in pints if men with guns made you do it? Well, first and foremost, there's no man ever going to make me do anything. And I don't ever drink more than 1 cup. And if you don't know, 1 cup is 8 ounces. and 8 ounces of eggnog is enough, period, because it's kind of gross. But there's not a man in this land that can make me do anything. Francesca's in the house. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. We do, we do. Do you pay taxes? I do not pay taxes. I cheat every year. Nope, I don't pay taxes. Nope. So Leonard, well, fun fact, you can make pancakes with eggnog. Yeah, I'm sure you can. I mean, I would think you just throw a little flour in it and maybe a little baking soda or something, and poof, you got a pancake. Frances says hello to everybody. If everybody will say hello to Frances, I appreciated it. Appreciate that. You guys subscribe to their channel as well, of course. But yeah, you know. But we're gonna have eggnog on the 14th, Diana. I'm not gonna poison it. I promise. I'm only gonna I think we're gonna do 1 gallon of eggnog. I think is how big my jug is, my container, my dispenser. So I think I'm only gonna put a cup of rum for 1 gallon of eggnog. So it won't be, you know. But apparently if you live in the South, they like whiskey in it. You know, but I really like what Puerto Ricans do, their version of eggnog. I mean, that sounds good. No eggs involved in that one, but drinking raw eggs is something I did when I played sports. I don't want to do it as an adult. Oh, you're gonna have to try it at least. You can have a little sip and see if you like it. You might like it. You might go, oh my gosh, this stuff's really good, especially the 20 gallons of rum inside of 1 gallon of eggnog. So, and I don't know if they have chocolate eggnog or not. So I don't know. MJL has admitted that he cheats on his taxes. I wouldn't publicize that, MJL. I would be careful about that. We do have people in law enforcement on our streams, in our streams. So I'd be really, really careful about admitting that you're a tax fraud, okay? Just a word of advice to you. Henry, and I thought about, we have a bottle of salted caramel Crown. I thought about putting salted caramel in it. I thought, man, that might taste really, really good. But I don't know. No, man can't make me do anything. That's right. Hot damn. Ugh. I don't know about eggnog. You literally just said that MJL cheats every year. Yeah, I know. I heard you say that, MJL, that you cheat every year on your taxes. I don't know what more you want me to say. I wouldn't keep saying that, is what I'm telling you. If you're not smart enough to heed my advice, I don't know what to tell you. But you went out on a limb telling everybody that you're a tax cheat. And nobody cares if you cheat on your taxes, or your wife, or your dog, or your boyfriend, or whatever it is that you cheat on, but that's on you. A cheater's a cheater. That's on you. You do whatever makes you happy. So, oh yeah, hot damn is perfect thing for the holiday. It is good, but I don't know about an eggnog. MJ. Oh my God, MJ has got me scared, everybody. So, I haven't had hot damn since I was a teenager. Does that make me old or prudish? The cinnamon, right? Hot damn's the cinnamon stuff. Pat's in the house. Hey, Pat, how are you, my friend? So thank you for being here. Pat, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Do you like eggnog? We're asking the question tonight. Do you like eggnog? Do you want it with whiskey or rum or without? Pat says he's doing good. Hey, Pat from Diana, I was talking about putting it in the eggnog. Well, that's the whiskey, right? Yeah, why not? Maybe we can put that in there instead of rum and it would taste better, right? Because you have either the rum option or you have the whiskey option. HDN says, hey, Pat. So sure, bring some Crown. Whatever whiskey is your drink of choice, we can put some whiskey in there. What? I like it. Mix Pat says, Diana, Hot Damn is Crown Royal. No, it's not. It's not Crown, is it? I thought Hot Damn was the cheap liquor that tasted like cinnamon when we were kids. Like Mad Dog 2020? Wasn't it one of those? So they got a version of Crown Royal that has Hot Damn in it. Okay, I got you. Sometimes I'm slow. Ken votes for Crown and eggnog. All right, Henry, you heard him. We'll put your Crown in there. Ken has spoken. He said, I'll take the Crown. I like Crown, to be honest. I like Crown and ice or Crown on the rocks. I like Crown. I like to sip Crown, but I like Crown and Coke. No, you make it. Oh, you got to make it yourself. Wow, that's all right. That seems kind of hard, Diana. Man, wouldn't you just be able to buy it at the liquor store pre-mixed? It'd be easier. He said, I would bring some shine, but I know that would be a bad mistake. It would be an interesting one. Ken, you should drive down and make the party. We're having it on the 14th. Party starts at 5 p.m. So you should come down for the Christmas party. Is what you should drive on down and come join us for the Christmas party. So yeah, be a bad mistake. Yes, it'd be an interesting one. We used to do shine when we were little kids, but man, I'm old now. I can't drink that much that night anyway because I have to live stream and I have to act like a good host and I got to make sure that everything goes well and everybody behaves and nobody poisons my dog like on Halloween. You just make Crown and Coke and put in a shot of Hot Damn. I've never had that, seriously. But I do like a good Crown and Coke. That was what my brother, he was a bad alcoholic, that was his thing. Crown and Coke, and when he couldn't afford Crown, it was Black Label whiskey. Is there a Black Label whiskey? Is that the right one? A damn Crown. Ah, I get it. It's a good drink. All right. Well, Henry's bringing the Crown, Diana. You bring the Hot Damn, and there you go. You got your drink already made. Jack Daniels. Yeah, my brother used to drink Black Label, I think. I don't think that was Jack Daniels. It was a tall, skinny bottle, and it had a gold band with black in the center, and I think it just said Black Label at an angle, if I remember right. I don't think it was Jack Daniels, but if he couldn't afford Crown, Black Label was his go-to whiskey because he liked the whiskey. Let's see if they make that or if that's just my... Did you know there's a Black Label Society? I just typed in Black Label, and Black Label Society came up. That's kind of scary. Yeah, here it is. I'll show you a picture of it. That. Black Velvet. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not for sure about Black Velvet. I'm going to look at that because I that one sounds familiar too. Oh yeah, this was, yeah, Ken. When Robert was really out of money, Black Velvet was on the list, if I remember right. Canadian whiskey, yeah. $10, $9 at Walmart. Yeah, I think, yeah. Johnny Walker, Never really had much of Johnny Walker, to be honest. I mean, I've had plenty of Jack and Coke and things, but I do like Crown. I don't know. Is there anything better than Crown that's reasonable for everyday people to drink? I'm sure there's some whiskeys that cost bukus and bukus, but I'm just kind of wondering for us poor people, what's the Canadian Mist? Oh, yes. I hate a Canadian Mist. Ronald, remember Ronald the professor? He likes that Canadian Mist. I don't like Canadian Mist. There's something about the taste. Canadian Mist, and what did you mix with Canadian Mist? There's a common drink that you do with that one. What? Remember the Bird Dog whiskey? Bird Dog whiskey? No, I don't remember the Bird Dog whiskey. Let me Google it. Oh, yeah, yeah, the one that had the picture of the bird dog, literally a bird dog on it. I remember that. It's kind of expensive. They sell it at Walmart. It's $20 for 750 milliliters. That's pretty expensive. And maybe that was, I'm going to ask the internet, what is the cheapest whiskey? Oh my God. All right. Rich and Rare whiskey is a blended Canadian whiskey, which is the cheapest in the United States. HN says they still make it? Yeah, the Bird Dog whiskey? Yeah, you can buy it at Walmart. I just looked online. The other one is Seagram's Seven's Crown whiskey. Price-wise is one of the cheaper ones. Now, I think I had Seagram's whiskey as a kid. Let's see. Oh, I guess I didn't realize this. Fireball is cinnamon whiskey. I didn't think it was a whiskey. I didn't know Fireball was a whiskey. 7 and 7, yes. I think that's what we had, right? I didn't realize Fireball was whiskey. I thought it was more like a schnapps or a liqueur. So I didn't realize that. Maker's Mark is cheap whiskey? I thought Maker's Mark was like good whiskey, no? I guess not. It's down in the cheap ones. Benchmark whiskey? Well, I haven't seen that whiskey since I was a kid. Yeah, I found it online. I like 7 and 7, tastes pretty good. Yes, I agree. I think we've had that as kids. Canadian Mist, I hate that. What's the, Evan Williams is another brand. Glen something, can't see that. Oh, I didn't realize, I don't know. Let me look something up here. Really? Maker's Mark is not cheap. See, I didn't think it was either, but all the internet websites puts it kind of in the cheap category. Now here's something. Here's my favorite drink when I was young, and I would drink these today if I could find them. But apparently nobody around here sells these anymore. You guys know what Bartles and James is? Bartles and James wine coolers. I love those things. I love those. Asians will be right back. Kentucky something, Kentucky bourbon. Let's see if we can find Maker's Mark, how much it is. I remember those, Pat. I liked those. I drank them a lot as a kid. Maker's Mark is selling at our local Walmart for uh, 1.75 liter is $44.98. A 750 milliliter is $26.98 at our local Walmart. Yeah, I liked them, but I don't think you can buy them. I can't find them in liquor stores around here. But we buy, I'll show you what we buy for the girls. Well, here's the funny thing is, I know a lot of Filipinos that drink harder stuff than men do. Oh, there it is. Where did it go? Here is something that we buy a lot of and serve at parties. Let me see if I can get you a good picture. Those aren't very good pictures. It's called Stella Rose Wine. We have some in the refrigerator. We will have some like Kentucky Moonshine. Let's see if we can find a drink with the word Kentucky in it. Kentucky Bourbon. They have a Kentucky Gentleman's Bourbon Whiskey that's really cheap. They have a Kentucky Deluxe Blended Whiskey that is not cheap. They have a Spiritless Kentucky 74 that's pretty expensive. Apparently Kentucky is famous for its bourbon. Kentucky, their most famous drink is a mint julep. Kentucky bourbon is only produced in the state of Kentucky, The bourbon can be made in 50 American states. So there is a Kentucky bourbon that's only made. So it's there's a couple brands that calls themselves Kentucky Straight Bourbon and Whiskeys, Bullet Bourbon. That's interesting, huh? But Stilla Rose wine, it's only about 12, 13 bucks a bottle. Lots of different flavors. Man, I can open up a bottle of that and drink it like Kool-Aid. It tastes just like old Bartles and James wine coolers. I mean, you can literally just chug it. You can drink 2 or 3 bottles of it, man. It's good. So we're going to have eggnog. Maybe we'll put Henry's Crown in it. Diana's going to bring Fireball, or no, not Fireball. You bringing Fireball, or what was I thinking? Hot Damn. You're thinking Hot Damn, not Fireball, right? Let me look that up. Yeah, so Hot Damn is a schnapps. Fireball's a whiskey. And Hot Damn has always been the cheap stuff. When I was a kid, we used to drink peach schnapps a lot. Hot Damn, yes. Let's see, Hot Damn and Crown. Henry's back. We're going to look at Hot Damn recipes. And the blue stuff. What is the blue stuff? I like that. You can make an apple pie, a cinnamon twister, atomic bomb, damn buttery, damn good looking, fire and frost. I wonder what that is. A crack shot, gingerbread man, flame and spice, oatmeal cookie shot, New England apple pie, spice. Man, they got all kinds of shit you can use it for. And we should have a good time. Wonder didn't ask me to prove that I was 21 years old just to look at the recipes. That's usually what I get. I like amaretto. Does anybody know what amaretto is? I'm a big fan of amaretto. There used to be a shot that you make with amaretto that I used to have in the bars all the time. What in the hell was the name of that shot? B52, is that right? Does that make sense? B52. It has Kahlua, Bailey's, and amaretto, right? Yes. They had one, I seen a blue mint ice candy inside of a bottle. Sure that they called it in a liquor store, huh? When I was bouncing in bars, and my brother was the bartender, man, he would set me up all night long with these. And so what you got is a tablespoon of coffee-flavored liqueur such as Kahlua, 1 tablespoon of brandy-based orange liqueur or Grand Marnier. Man, I can't talk tonight. And Irish cream liquor such as Bailey's. Or you could use amaretto. I mean, I love B52s. I drank a lot of those as kids. My other favorite drink was a Long Island iced tea. Has anybody ever had an iced tea from Long Island? Man, that's a good drink. I mean, that's a really good drink. So let's see if I can find that blue mint ice candy inside of a bottle. Blue mint ice candy drink or liquor store. Let's see if we can find something. Blue mint. Aftershock. I haven't seen the one with candy in it yet, but Aftershock. There's a bunch of blue Arctic mint liqueurs. Maybe it's peppermint schnapps. Avalanche, blue, peppermint schnapps. Looks like, man, that shit's expensive. Holy crap, 130 bucks. Aftershock is in its family. Henry Aftershock. Try to. Man, that stuff's expensive though. Woo-wee, you gotta be rich. Hot and cool cinnamon liqueur. Man. You was right, Brother David. No, okay, good. Well, I'm right once in a while. Avalanche. Yes. That stuff's expensive though. Tarzan's back. Tarzan, how are you, brother? How are you doing, my friend? Hello to Tarzan. Tarzan the man. We're discussing eggnog earlier. We're talking about the party we're having, and we got down a rabbit hole about alcohol, liquor, whiskey. We went down the rabbit hole talking about men drink, and then Diana had to come along and say, now, hey, wait a minute. I have like Hot Damn and Crown Royal together. I was trying to think of what it was too. Yeah, it's hard to keep track. There's so much new stuff. So much new stuff out there. Tarzan says, hello, Soul Soother. Tarzan, hi, HTN. It's a lot. So, John, we're having a big party. I know, are you and your wife going to make it from California? You can bring your son. There's going to be other kids here. You can help us drink the eggnog with the Crown Royal in it. And you can swig on the rum if you want to. Alcohol leads to pregnancies. I know. That I had a school teacher when I was young. I heard him telling girls that one time. I heard him tell a couple of young girls, you know, drinking alcohol leads to pregnancy. So when I got older and I had nieces who were coming of age, when I was teaching them how to drive and teaching them about boys, that's the one thing I told them, John, that, you know, remember, alcohol leads to pregnancies. No more babies, that's right. No more babies. So, but we'll have a good time at the Christmas party. Hopefully the girls will be nice and sing happy karaoke songs. Not crying in your beer, me or I, Carrie, or whatever hell her name is. So it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. We're not that far away. What is today, the 6th? We're something not far away. So, you know, no more babies. Oh, MJL has come back for more. All right, MJL. Now what are you going to say you do? What other crimes are you going to admit to? You don't got to be coming, you know, I'm not a Catholic priest, so you don't have to confess your sins to me. But if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But we're going to have a good time. I know it. Lorelai is excited. And what I'm really excited about is Christmas. Because when Christmas is over and we do the traditional Filipino Christmas Day, I'm going to go watch a movie. Then I got to suffer through New Year's, a traditional Philippine New Year, which is long and tiring. And once that's over with, all I got to do is wait about 8 more weeks, and then the spring weather starts to kick in. So I'm excited about that because I know we've only been in winter about 4 weeks, but I am ready for winter to be over with. Ready for it to be over with. I mean, we may go up to Branson this weekend and hang out. It's supposed to be warm in the 50s for winter. So I don't think it's going to. Our long-term forecast around here is dry and cold. I mean, we haven't, Henry got some rain the other day at least. They're saying that there's a 50 chance of rain this Sunday. Then it would have to get, okay. So what the weatherman is saying for us, for the day of the party, right? Would that be the day of the party? The day of the party is going to be in the 50s and the low in the 40s. And we may get a slight chance of showers Saturday night and or Sunday. But the highs are going to be in the mid 50s and the low 40s at the low. So that's right. New Year's coming right around the corner. It is. But we'll keep an eye on the weather, Diana, as you know. And of course, the weather gets bad, then we wouldn't want you to try to make it because it would be bad. You know what I mean? We wouldn't want you to get stranded. But the way it's looking right now, we're just going to have cool weather and maybe even not any rain. So, so I don't think it'll be too bad. I cleaned the yard today. I have to dump my truck tomorrow, 30 miles out of town. Well, why are you doing that, Tarzan? Why don't you just go down the road in the middle of the night and find your neighbor's yard and dump it in their yard? That's what we do. We just go to another neighborhood in the middle of the night and dump it in somebody else's yard and run really fast. So we have, in this part of the country, we have what we call brush dumps. So each city has a place where you can bring all your yard waste and dump it there, and they turn it into mulch. I'll track the weather, man, at the radio station. He would know if it's going to snow or not. That's right. Yes, awesome, Henry. Well, that's what we do. When we clean up our yards, we go to these different places. We empty it out our trucks, and then they turn it into mulch. And then if you want the mulch, you can come back and get it. You just got to shovel it yourself. They won't load it into your truck because they don't want to be responsible for damaging your truck or your trailer. But you can come and get as much as you want. So the only problem is you don't know which type of tree it is, how much debris may be in it, and how much grass seeds are in it. Yeah, we got snow in Columbus, Indiana, Pat. I know, Pat. I don't know how you guys all live that far. I mean, I know you have to, and it is where you live, and you're used to it, but I would be even more miserable. It's terrible. I hope, and I'm working hard at it, but I'm hoping next year that we can get our happy butts to southern Alabama to live. I know it gets cold in southern Alabama, but it doesn't get consistently cold like we have here. And I just want to be able to loosen up my body during the winter. I get so sore, it's unbelievable. We got 65 daytime, 41 at night there in Bakersfield. See, and that's okay. If we can manage that, John, we can survive with that. I don't like to go out unless the sun's out in 65 because it's too cold. Yeah, well, you can go up into the Tennessee mountains, Henry. You just cross on over and go over into the Appalachians. And you can go see all the snow you want to see up in the hills of Tennessee and the Carolinas over the next few months, I'm telling you. All you got to do is take a little 8, 9, 10-hour road trip to the northeast, and there you go. Or catch a plane and go to Canada, get off the plane, walk around the airport, look at it, get back on the plane and fly home. Going to be in the 70s where HTN is. And if customs ask you, why are you coming to Canada and why is your ticket saying that you're leaving an hour, tell them, oh, I just came to look at the snow. I live in the southern part of the United States. We don't get snow. I came here to look at it. I only want to look at it for about 30 minutes, and then I want to go home. Well, Diana, for me, driving in the snow is the only thing that makes it worthwhile. If you can't drive in it, then why have it? I mean, that's the only fun thing I like. I like getting out and driving in it. I will bundle up so I can go drive in it and have some fun and see how many donuts I can do. But my God, if I can't do that, I think it's funny. Lorelei is still enamored with the snow. And there's been plenty of times, a couple years ago, we had 2 different times in January and February where we had over 20 inches of snow and bitter cold weather, and it stayed on the ground. Lorelei is out there making snowmen. She's got the dogs out there. They're having a time of their life. I'm sitting in my office looking out the window with hot cocoa waving at them going, yeah, no, not going to happen. Yeah, see, Henry agrees. It's fun to drive in it. So, Linder, come on, where am I at? And you will love the snow. No. What? Look, this is going to be a little rude and crude, all right? I don't want to be anywhere where my testicles could freeze off. Got it? Don't want to be there. Don't want to be there. No. I don't want to get wet and cold and be miserable and have to come in and warm up. I don't want to have to wear 50 layers. I hate wearing a shirt in the house. I mean, I got the heater set on 74 and I'm wearing a sweatshirt and socks. I have socks on my feet. You want to pay big money to see my feet? If you want to see my feet with socks on, it's going to cost you an extra $100. Frozen balloons. I used to have steel studs in my tires in North Dakota. Yes, we grew up in Illinois, so I know what studded tires are. I'm very familiar with it. I just don't want to deal with it anymore. I'm too old. It hurts too much. If I fall down and go boom, my body hurts. And it hurts for days, not just 10 or 15 minutes like when I was 30. When we fall down and go boom, we fall down and go boom. So I don't want to do that. I have nobody to call if something happens out of state. Yeah, and that's tricky. And that's why you got to do the best you can to plan for it and map it out and understand it. And of course, if you're anywhere close to us, we can help. So that's one thing, but you're right. That's the challenge of driving. That's why it's always good to make sure your tires are good, your car's oil changed, your car's in good shape. You take some blankets with you, you take some provisions with you. You prepare yourself the best you can. Well, here's our good friends, Double Rose Twins Land. Hello, everybody. Everybody say hello to our good new friends, Double Rose Twins Land. They got a great YouTube channel. They got a huge following, multiple channels. They can make or break a YouTube channel. They are the rock stars of their worlds. Plus, they're really, really nice women. I mean, I get a kick out of them. They're both very good-hearted people. So, so you guys all say hello to our good friends. We appreciate them more than they know. Same here, but that's why I never shovel the snow. Well, shoveling snow is the #1 heart attack, right? You want to have a heart attack? Go shovel snow. But I don't want to shovel snow. I have to be careful walking. I have nerve damage on top of my right foot. Yeah, I understand that. I got to be careful in the winter because I can't feel my feet. Diana is saying, hello, Double Rose. We appreciate you, Double Roses. In the bone of the foot. Yes, I had that ankle surgery, and man, I used to use my big weed blower to remove this dry snow off the sidewalks. Yes, if it's dry, powdery snow, which we don't normally get in this part of the country, which is not a bad thing, because if we get big, heavy, wet snow. HDN says, hello, Roses. Pet says, oh, yes, so heart attack. You want to get a heart attack? Go shovel snow. #1 cause of heart attacks besides women. I mean, dating or something. I just read it. Or smoking. Which is worse for heart? Smoking, women, or shoveling snow? Now the girls are going to get me. The girls are going to get me and go, what you talking about? But yeah, I don't want to shovel snow. Lorelai shoveled snow one time, and she came back in the house. She's from the Philippines, and she's like, man, that's a lot of work. And I'm like, yeah, that's why we don't shovel it. We just wait until it warms up. Why shovel it? When it warms up, in this part of the country, I mean, we get a snow event, and we may get it for a day or two. And then by the third day, the roads are clear, and it's all good, So we just kind of wait it out. That's what we do around here. That's what I do. But I don't want the snow. I don't want to go to North Dakota, Indiana, Chicago. I don't want to go to those places. I don't even want to go to my own house in this part of the winter. But it's all right. We will manage. We will manage. We will manage. Well, I think we're going to wind this live stream up about 8:30, so in about 7 more minutes, everybody. So let's get our last little... What's the matter? What? My dog's arguing with me. I don't even know what the conversation is, but my dog is arguing with me. Looks like a delivery truck drove by. Tarzan says, cold, frozen North Dakota. I just couldn't imagine. I mean, when you're a kid and you're young and you're energetic and you aren't worried about freezing your toes off, it's not that big of a deal. But like Pat and I was saying, man, when we fall down, we go boom. And when we go boom, it hurts us a whole lot more than it ever used to. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Lorelai comes home tonight, because she has some work to do for decorating, if she doesn't go live again after midnight. I got to go pick her up in a few hours from work, but I'm going to go to bed after I pick her up. But she may wind up doing a live stream tonight, so you guys might stay alert and see if Lorelai comes on tonight, and if you guys are up and around. So, what? There's Lorelai right there. I told him that you didn't want me to pick you up from work and that you were going to walk all the way home, is what they were telling me. That's what you told me, right? No? Henry, I guess you don't check Facebook messengers often? Henry, you better check your Facebook Messenger. I took my wife and son sliding at the city park before in Fargo, North Dakota. Good evening, Lorelei. Everybody say hello to my beautiful wife, Lorelei, who's working, slaving away. We have a system update and doing my break. Nice. I was telling him that if you're awake and you have energy and you're bored when you get home, I'm going to go to bed after I pick you up from work, that you may decide to do a live stream tonight or tomorrow night. So just to be aware that you may do that. But that's up to you if you up to it or not. Henry says, I just check it once in a while. Hi, everybody. See you later, maybe tonight. See, she's agreeing with me. I have found you on there today. Yeah, Henry, so Diana sent you a message, in other words. Check your freaking message. You know, you can always email back and forth and then swap phone numbers so it's easier. You know, I don't know what the hard problem is. Pat says, okay. Yeah, if you guys are up. HN says, hello, Lori. I seen your message. Good. Did you read it? Did you respond in a timely fashion? What, Lily? My dogs are awake now. They're going, something's going on. I hear different words. I know this means that I'm going to get something to snack on in a minute. See? That's Lily going, what? Snacking? Come here. Lily's got her big tail wagging. She's going to go search the kitchen floor for food. She's going to come back in a second and go, there's no food on the floor. Why is that? My email is all screwed up. Well, you can also, if you ever wanted to, you can email me or message me with your number and I can swap you back and forth or whatever. I eat chili dog. Hey. You're not eating my chili dogs. Just because my dogs are cold and they're hot dogs doesn't mean you get to eat them. Ah, okay, I see, says the Henry man. So, yeah. But Lorelei's doing a great job. She's redecorating the house over and over and over and over. But she's doing a good job on it. And tomorrow we got to go to Walmart and get some groceries. We got to get some better rice for our dogs to eat because our doggies don't like the rice that we have. And Lorelei has spoiled our doggies so much that they're very particular about what they eat. You know, is that right, Lorelei? I'm going to blame it all on Lorelei. Yes, you guys will meet next week in Hacienda Hartman. Hartman Hacienda? I don't know. So, but we got to go to Walmart tomorrow. I don't know if we're going to get to do anything fun this weekend or not, but I think we're going to try. I just don't know what it is yet. I know Lorelei's listening, going, did you say something fun? Lorelei says, wow, soon you two will finally meet. We're hoping Dennis makes it in. We're not quite for sure if he's going to be able to fly in or not, but we're hoping he can. You can still run. Well, Henry can't run. I'm telling you, he's like me. Henry couldn't run from this couch to that door right there, just like me. So he can't run anywhere, Diana. I used to use my big weed blower to remove the leaves from the tree today. Nice. Oh, I saw that, John. I saw that. I thought that was funny. But it's a good way to do it. You know? I'm too old to run. Figuratively, well. Hey, Diana, I'm just telling you, we're men, so you got to clarify exactly what you mean. You know, you got to, put some meat on those potatoes. Well, I think we all are too old to run. I don't know anybody that likes to run anymore. Let's see how this goes. Okay, what goes? Shopping at Walmart tomorrow? Well, it's going to go normal. Are you talking about Diana and Henry's meeting? I don't want to fall. I won't try running. Yeah, well, John, using your logic, I don't want to fall, so I try not to move. Because I weeble and wobbles like what are they? Remember those? What's that toy called? They weeble, they wobble, but they don't. What were they called? What was that toy called? I know some of you old people in here know. They weeble and they wobble, but they won't fall down. They weeble and they wobble, but they won't fall down. That's how I feel, but I do fall down. Too dangerous to run. For some of it's too dangerous to walk. You know, that's how I feel. What is that toy called? We got to figure this one out. They weeble and wobble, but don't fall down. Famous associated with the Weebles. So apparently the name of the toy was Weebles. Weebles remember those? They weeble and they wobble, but they don't fall down. Well, I can still move fast, but running is out. Diane says, same there for her. I think, hey, Ken's in the house. Uncle Dave, you won the Davy Jones locker going on with you today. What in the Davy Jones locker? Not a lot, you know. We're just hanging out for a little bit yet still. Talking about Christmas, talking about food, alcohol, parties. We're talking about some of us are more handsome than the other. Grandpa Ken, what's up with you? Did you take your meds? So how are you, Ken, though, by the way? How are you? I can run if I have to. I'll just pay for it later. Not going to happen in my world. You know, no. You're just going to have to deal with it. I might, not running. I'm not running. If the house is on fire, we're all leaving, you know, in a quick walk. But this boy's not running for anything. It's just gonna be what it's gonna be. Because as soon as I try to run, the left ankle is gonna explode. The right knee, the right knee is gonna go exploding, and not gonna happen. It's kind of like when you're in an airplane, an emergency, you got to put the mask on yourself first. Putting the mask on me first is not running. I can't remember the last time I ran. I can't either. I don't want to remember the last time I ran. If it means my life, no, I don't have it. It's just going to have to be a fast walk. Just memories, each other faces before you meet in person. There you go. I had a school teacher named Nimble. He had a stiff leg. We used to say, Mr. Nimble, wobble. God, John, wobbles won't fall down. Man, that's kind of cruel, don't you think? Making fun of your school teacher. That's not very nice of John. I'm a little disappointed in you. I used to use my treadmill when I was 45. We have a treadmill. I bought it for Lorelei. It's in my office, not being used, just saying. We do have a treadmill though. Maybe we can get a hamster and put on the treadmill. I had a dream. Let me tell you about this dream. I had a dream the other day. I'm telling you, I had a dream the other day that I'm out in my yard and I find this little weird tunnel nest looking place. And I don't know what's living in it. So I get my little scope out and I put in there and I realize that there's a nest of hamsters living under the ground in my yard. And, you know, little hamsters, fancy hamsters like we had as kids. I'm like, oh, well, all right, that's interesting. And there's another hole right next to it. And I'm pouring a blue liquid down this hole to flush out whatever's in this hole. And while I'm doing this, I spot the hamsters. I'm like, all right, but they're not in danger because I'm pouring the liquid down this other hole. But when I turned around, a giant pheasant came out of this little bitty hole this big and attacked me for dumping blue liquid down its hole. Just telling you. Hamster dance, baby. She met in person in full surprise, yes. Yep. A black guy used to say, I have a dream. He did. Martin Luther King used to have that speech memorized, believe it or not. So, no, he did. Tarzan, I am bad. I am sorry. That's okay, Tarzan. We don't expect any better from you, so it's okay. But what a weird dream, you know? And as I think about it, I realize, well, I heard on TV or somewhere or some stupid show where somebody asked somebody, but where does hamsters live in the wild? You know, we get them at pet stores, but where do they get them from? Where do they live in the wild? So somehow my weird brain converted that into the fact that they live in my backyard in a little nest. That's where they grow wild, in my backyard. Where do hamsters come from? I didn't have to memorize it. I did memorize it, and I used to have a poster of it because there's components of it that I used to use in my lectures. Where does hamsters come from? Because have anybody ever seen a wild hamster? Where do hamsters live in the wild? Wild hamsters are native to various regions of Europe and parts of Asia and Russia. Their habitat structures stretches from Western Europe countries through Central Eastern Europe into Western Asia. The small rodents usually live in grasslands, meadows, farmlands, steppes, and fields. All right, now we know where hamsters come from. Everybody happy with that? No, a gerbil is not a hamster. They're both rodents. But I knew that because I had both. Now look up the difference. Lincoln's in the house. Everybody say hello to Lincoln. Hamsters have short and stubby tails while gerbils have long tails like rats. There's surely some other things. Lincoln, thank you for coming back. My wife is scrubbing the bathroom clean. Man, you got a good wife, John. And what are you doing, laying out in the sun today? A gerbil has a pointy face, a hamster has a squishy face. Hamsters have cheek pouches to store their food, so they may even look fatter. I think they eat roughly the same crap, almost. Uh, 5 years is about, so their age, they live to be about the same age, 5 years old. So that's the answer, John. Hello, Lincoln. Diana, are you allergic to seafood? Diana says no. Lorelei says that's good because we have seafood coming and you're going to have to eat it. Tarzan, chickmunk pouch, yes. Yes. We're going to have seafood. We're going to have neuters. We're going to have pork. And so hopefully we won't have any Muslims here. If they are, they can just eat the non-pork. Henry said, "Wait, it's dinner time, so everybody take care." Yeah, we need to start winding this down, everybody. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm 10 minutes past my deadline. So, but we appreciate everybody. Henry will bring crabs. Well, Lorelai, we don't know if we want Henry to talk about as crabs. We don't know if we want Henry to bring crabs. Yeah. Oh, you mean the thing that you can eat? Oh, all right, I'm with you. Take care, Henry. When is your party? December the 14th, 5 p.m. We're gonna go live, so everybody can watch it live. Take a day off, being a being a Muslim. There you go. My, Lorelai. I know. Well, Lorelai's just thinking about fresh seafood is what her brain is. Wishful thinking, Lorelai. See? All right, take care, everybody. Lincoln, take care. Okay, I bet I will watch. I hope you do. We're going to be live. It's going to be a fun Christmas party. Be some live entertainment. I'm going to be doing tabletop topless dancing for money. So, oh my gosh, Lily. But Lily. See, Lily knows I'm getting off of here. Now she's getting irritated because I won't get up fast enough to give her something to snack on. You know, that's what you hear. Oh, is Lily whining because she heard me say, we're going to wrap this up and get off of here. So my dog Lily's going, hurry, 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 hurry. I want something. Yeah, I'm talking about you. All right, everybody, take care. And we will see you guys hopefully this weekend. And if anybody needs anything, please let us know. Lincoln, thank you again for being here. Ken, thank you. Henry, Diana, Tarzan. Oh my gosh, so many of you guys. Our Rose twins were in the house for a while. We had so many people in tonight. We can't thank you all for being there. Pat, thank you once again for coming in, entertaining us. Sanders was here, so thank him for that. A lot of great channels. Any Finn was in the house. Oh my gosh, I just can't remember everybody. Thank you all for being here, supporting our channel. So take care, everybody, and we will see you hopefully tomorrow.